85 deep.
Hey folks, welcome back to my 100-day challenge. This is day 85, the update. So what I've been doing for the last 85 days, if you all don't know, if it's the first time you're watching this, I've been doing push-ups, sit-ups, and air squats, 100 of each of them every single day. So this is day 85. I wanted to give an update, make a longer video than this, the 3-minute shorts. We can listen to the good doctor. If you all didn't see that on the previous, man, that was back, I don't know, 75 days ago I put that on there. But basically what's been happening is these last several days that I have really wanted to quit. I mean, it's not once you're doing them that you're fine. It's like anything else, right? Once you go do it, you're finished, you feel great, you're glad you did it, you slap yourself on the back, and you say, hey, this is excellent. I'm glad I did it. Man, I'm done. Look forward to tomorrow. But what's happening is that I keep pushing it off. You know, I used to be able to say, hey, I'm going to do 15 here, 20 here, 25 there, and then by the end of the day, roughly, I would be finished. But now I'm pushing it so far back, it's getting to the point where, hey, I'm tired, I'm ready to go to bed. Now I got to go do all these 100, 300 exercises. And that's where the issue's coming in. And I'm procrastinating. Maybe internally I feel like I am coming to an end. I don't have to do this anymore. I'm ready to be done. It could be just that I'm just wore out. I don't believe that because I work out every day. So I just think it's a mental thing saying, hey, you know, you just want to be done. And the second thing is, by doing this, I've really, you know, I haven't noticed, as we get into the video with the good doctor, I haven't noticed like this, you know, being able to do all 100. Okay, I just can't get there. You know, my age at 62, I don't know if that has something to do into it, but I do know that I am moving further in my bench pressing. Okay, even my incline benching, I've made numerous gains in my weight. I've noticed that. And several other exercises, you know, barbell curls, that type of thing. I've noticed that my gains have, you know, materialized in heavier weights. I've noticed that. I've noticed that I can do more reps. I've noticed that. So that's a blessing. But as far as doing push-ups or sit-ups, air squats, I still haven't reached, you know, 100 at one time. I imagine if I push myself, I could probably get close to it, but I'm 50, 60, 70, I think. But it's not, to me, it's not trying to, you know, just get there, right? I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, win an award. I just want to get the 100 in. So that's why, I mean, if I had to say, okay, Mike, you got to, you know, by X amount of days, you have to do 100. I don't think I could do push-ups or sit-up, 100 of them. And I don't know if that's, I just have to gain more strength. You know, what I've been doing in the weight room is I have been doing the farmer's carry. And I've been doing, you know, the hanging, right? They say that tells you how longevity of your life if you can hang on, you know, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, you know. And I've noticed an increase in that. It just depends on how I feel that morning. Sometimes, I mean, I've made it to a minute. Other days I can't do 10 seconds. I don't know why that is like that. But I've been doing the farmer's carry. I grab some, you know, weights, you know, 50 pounds, 60, 75 pounds, and I do walk back and I pace. So basically when I do my reps and I'm finished with my set, I get up and I start pacing because I want to get my steps in for the day. So by the time I hit my treadmill workout after my hour and a half, I've already hit 2,700, 3,000 steps. in the morning. And then I do my treadmill, and that adds another, 4,000 steps. So by the time I walk out of there, at 4:30, 20 to 5 in the morning, I am already at 7,500 roughly steps. So neither here nor there, but I'm just giving you an update on it. But as far as the way I feel, I know when I first started, to do 5, 10 was a struggle because, like I told in earlier videos, that I couldn't do one, a year ago. I could not do one push-up, and that's, I guess, if you want to look at it, even when I started this whole challenge 85 days ago, I wasn't able to do. I could do 10, 15, and that was about it. Now I can reach 40. That's about my max. Everything starts to burn. Okay, I have to quit. I can't. I just have no strength to push up. And like I said, I don't. If anybody can comment out there, if that's just due with my age or if I'm just not strong enough. But I am benching over 200 pounds. So I think the last time I measured it, it's like 215. I'd like to, keep raising that. I mean, I don't, I'm not going for the record or nothing, but at being 62, I just want that strength. I don't want to leave any on the table, if you know what I mean. And they say, as you get older that you lose, what is it? I think it's 30 on up, you lose 5 to 10% of your muscle mass every 10 years, every decade. And you can listen, you can counteract that by weight training. But most people don't weight train, so they just lose the muscle. And obviously after the age 65, if you don't have the balance, and that's where the whole grip thing come in, that's where the air squats come in. You want to strengthen your legs. You want to strengthen these areas, your rear end. You want to strengthen your calves. And you want to do a lot of balancing work, right? And I was thinking about taking up Tai Chi. And I don't know exactly what's involved in that, but maybe I will. I'll find some place that has that, and I'll do that. Because, I watch these guys that do karate, and they can lean back and do all the kicking and on one leg and all that. But I've been just trying to tie my shoes without putting my foot down. So, one leg, put the sock on, put the shoe on, do the other leg without falling over or put my foot on the ground. It's just a lot of these things that when you're younger, you don't pay much attention to. But I think that all you younger people out there that are watching this video, I think what you need to do is somewhere along the line, you have to have a come to Jesus meeting, and so to speak. And you have to say, listen, I know I'm only 20, 21, 30, 35, 40, but it's not too much longer that I'm going to be in that age where I need to start working out. I need to start lifting weights because it is real important. It's amazing that I watch my two sons and how much, they're avid gym bros, and the amount of weight that they can lift and the things that they can do. And even when I was, have a 50-pound bag of chicken feed, right? I noticed that I can actually pick it up and then walk with it. Before it was kind of a struggle. Now it's, it's just like a paperweight anymore. It's just like you lift it up and you do your thing. But they can put 2, 3, and walk with no problem. And it's, I'm kind of jealous. I always thought when I was younger, yeah, you can always do that. I was lifting ladders and lifting heavy objects, and I never thought twice about getting to that age where, you're struggling. And I think there's so many areas that you move around that you don't even pay attention to. But yeah, so let's jump into this, the good doctor here, and we'll see what this is all about.
If you do 100 push-ups a day for 90 days, what happens to your body? If you just knew what would happen on day 85, you would never give up on this challenge. The first 30 days are just the warm-up. Your chest, shoulders, and triceps start developing definition that makes people notice. By day 45, your core strength becomes insane because each push.
See, what I noticed on this is I noticed that, the muscle definition as far as weight training, and I noticed certain areas like when you do push-ups, but I don't know if that's because I do bench pressing, incline, I'm doing the dumbbell bench pressing and dumbbelling. I don't know. I can't tell you that what he's saying is a fact for me. Okay. So that's one thing I don't know. I mean, I notice I see some definition, but like I say, I have to lose more weight. I mean, according to my BMR or BMI, I can't remember which one. I get them all confused. That it's saying that I'm obese at this point. So, and everybody looks at me, it's like, where are you going to lose weight? I know where I got to lose weight at. So you can top off certain areas, right? Your face is the first one to go, and then, then your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and it kind of works its way down to your hips. But I can lose that weight. I mean, so there's no issue there. The definition is what you look for, okay? It's that how your pants feel. Are you losing, your belt, every buckle every time that, week or two or a month or whatever. That's what you kind of notice in that deal. But
Incredible happens. Your testosterone levels surge, turning your body into a 24/7 fat-burning machine. The real transformation hits at day 75, when your upper body strength reaches levels you never thought possible. But day 85, this is where the magic happens. Your
day 80, I'm sorry, I'm trying to play around with this stuff here. So it's day 85 for me. And this is what the magic happened. Now, this is a 90-day challenge. I don't know where I came up with the idea that it's 85. The only reason I do 100 is because I'm doing 100 air squats, 100 push-ups, and 100 sit-ups. So I said, I'll just make it all 100, That way I'm not trying to, juggle around. What difference does it make? I mean, after I'm done, I'm going to continue. I don't know if I'm going to do all three of them, but which I need to, and if I miss a day or whatever. But you know what happens when you miss a day? Oh well, shoot, I could miss the next day and the next day, and before long, you're not doing any of it. But let's go on and listen to more what the good doctor has to say here.
body hits what scientists call the strength threshold, where suddenly you can do all 100 push-ups without stopping. Your muscle fibers become incredibly dense, your posture becomes perfect.
All right, so it ain't happening. I mean, it's just not happening. I mean, if I was maybe 30 years younger, maybe, I don't know, I guess I could, but I mean, I'm pushing it all the time to do 30, okay? I mean, I spiked how I feel to do 40, but sometimes I just like to do 15 and be done with it and then wait for the next round, right? 25. Sometimes I'm just saying, wow, I'm going to try to push it to get to 40. But I haven't went over 40. It burns. I can't lift. I'm just, there's no more left in the tank to lift that up. So that ain't happening for me. This is all an update.
Shoulder pain disappears and even your bone density improves. By day 90, you're not just stronger, you've completely reprogrammed your body's blueprint. The best part? This challenge costs $0 and takes just 10 minutes a day. Want to know how many people actually make it to day 85? Only 3%. So what's it going to be? Comment game on if you're...
All right. So, excuse all the little back and forth deals. I mean, there's 3% that hit, the 90 days. So I'm pretty much there. And not that I'm patting myself on the back, because I've done challenges before that I've made it to the end. And I've done challenges that I haven't made it to the end. So that's just basically where I am at. And so if you guys want to comment, I appreciate the comments. It goes a long way. But I just, if you guys want to do that challenge. And another thing I didn't realize, I'm going to throw this in there, is that, I've been doing this for 85 days. And yesterday is the first day that I said, I'm going to look for this guy's video, because I put it back, way back in the archives. And I said, I'm going to look for it on YouTube. And so I looked for it, and I noticed everybody else is doing this challenge probably a long time ago. I never knew it existed until I seen this guy's video on TikTok. So, and then there's a couple other guys, doctors that do it too. But I didn't know that was a thing. I really didn't. I mean, I'm not into challenges, all these deals, but it was kind of funny, because I looked at it and I said, damn, I've been doing this for how many days now, and I didn't even realize that this was a thing. So obviously, the good doctor here, he got his idea from other people doing it. There's always a challenge. Yeah, you go back and you do the ice bath challenge and the water challenge. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, there's a new one every week. Somebody's coming out to do a challenge. But the only reason I do it is, you have that come to Jesus moment in your life, right? And I use that term loosely, okay, because I don't want to upset faith and all that. But it's actually the truth. And it depends on if you have, if you get an illness, or you have a fall, or somebody passes away in your family, and that hits home to you, and you think, boy, I mean, they're the same age as I am, and yada, 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 right? Or their health is failing, or they're sick all the time. There has to be an occasion in your life that you just get, bam, slapped upside your head and say, that's a wake-up call right there. I have to do something. Do anything. I have to do it. But basically, that's what happens. And it comes to the point where you do something or you don't. And it doesn't, nothing happens, right? I mean, it ain't gonna this is gonna fall on you if you don't do whatever has happened to someone else. But it's kind of a wake-up call to realize that you need to take your health into account. You need to push yourself, do more activities, get up and move around. That's all your body wants, is to move around. And I was talking to my son just yesterday, and it's amazing that the amount of calories that you eat. And we were talking about, 100 years ago, a refrigerator, you'd look at 100 years ago in a fridge, there was no such thing. It had ice in an ice box, right? And then you put your food in there, and you maybe ate it for a day or two until your ice melted. You'd have to eat the food. Or they had glasswares and that type. They knew how to can stuff. But as far as refrigerated food, I remember when I was younger, tell me this, guys, if you're old enough to remember, I remember as a kid having milk delivered to my house. And I remember breaking one of them bottles, and my dad was all upset because we weren't getting another milk for another week. And I don't drink milk. So to me, that's neither here nor there, but it's just the point where even my younger years, and I'm old, but not that old. So you could see that the amount of calories that we consume nowadays, you can go to the store and buy a gallon of milk. Any gas station or convenience store has a gallon of milk. It's no problem. And all these snacks. If you look at it, one serving of chips, is 150 calories, and you eat the whole bag. You might consume 1,000 calories at one time, and 3,600 calories is a pound of fat. And how long does it take for you to, a week or two, a month to gain a pound? I mean, you think about it, you could gain in a month, you could gain 12 pounds in a year. I mean, then you carry that over to the next year. Before long, 3 years from now, you gain 40 pounds, right? I mean, that's how that stuff works. And it's just amazing to me that we have so much convenience of eating food. Even I'm talking even, if you ate berries and strawberries and, yogurt and meat and fish, all these have calories. I mean, throw out the rest of the stuff about, quality dense food, right? It's the calories that you got to be concerned about. You could eat just red meat all day long, but if you're going to consume 4,000 calories of red meat, you're going to gain weight. I don't care what anybody says. So it's a proven, research, data-driven fact that calories are the main source of either losing weight or gaining weight. So anyways, I hope you guys found value in this video, and just keep listening for more. If it hit a nerve with you, leave a comment below. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.